In the 8th row, tail end of the field, and in that row on the outside, 16 starting spot from Panama City, Florida. Number 99 is Robert Lavery. Inside of that row, one of the invaders from Millbrook, Alabama. Driving number 50, it will be Bubba Deaton.
Starting 14th outside, row number 7 from Deansville, Alabama. The number 15 of Craig Foley. Starting 13th inside, row number 7 from Cordova, Alabama. That belongs to the number 93 of Brett G.
6th row, both of them invaders outside, 12th spot from Wetumpka. Driving number 16, it's Dawson Parker. Inside of that row, the number 6 out of Lapine. One of the biggest winners in Montgomery Motor Speedway over the last many years. The number 6 is Charles Davis.
Starting 10th outside, row number 5 from Cordova, Alabama. Driver the number 31 is Patrick Logan. Starting 9th inside row number 5, another Montgomery driver. The number 32, it's Cameron Westenberg.
4th row outside from Tony, Alabama. 14X is Trey Huff. Inside of that row, a local driver out of Pensacola, number 07 is Jim Pocran.
Starting 6th outside row number 3, winner at Montgomery a couple of weeks ago, the first of the 3 races between the 3 tracks. It's the number 8 of Will Smith. Starting 5th inside row number 3. He is a farmer, pure stock champion right here at 5 Flying Speedway from Theodore, Alabama. D3, the number 19, Daryl McDonald III.
2nd row outside from Mobile, almost undefeated in the number 32, Chad Robinson. Inside of that row for the first time this year, driving number 11 out of Mobile, it's James Patrick.
Fast qualifier, but after the invert, he'll start outside row number 1. From Theodore, Alabama, the number 29, it's Parker McDonald. And on the pole, for the dock on Pensacola Beach, Sportsman feature from Irvington, Alabama, the number 1, Jonathan Lino. That's a starting lineup for tonight's 40-lap feature race in the Sportsman/Street Stock Division.
And in the point standings, the Tri-Track Cruise Quest Sportsman Street Stock point standings right now. Will Smith, the number 8 car there, starting in the 6th spot. He's the point leader because he was the winner in the first race in Montgomery. Guess who's second? He was second in Montgomery, the number 1 CD, Jonathan Langham.
So the cars are already fired. We are ready to go racing here at 5 Flying Speedway. So thank you fans have joined us here at the Fan Oval on Fan Appreciation Night. What a price for the admission. What a way to end the school year. I know a few of you kids, you got a week left. My kids got about 7 days left. But you know how it is, Bill. You can already taste the summer months here on the Gulf Coast.
Our grandkids are out this coming Thursday, and then it's Yahoo time, summertime is here.
We encourage you fans to go to our website, FlyFlySpeedway.com, for more information on the rest of the 2025 season. We return coming up.
But everybody, all the drivers seem to really enjoy this, and as I said before, we get the benefit of it because we got double the number of cars. Like I said, 9 out of 16 tonight are invaders, so it's going to be fun to watch.
And it seems to have paid off. The race in Montgomery was just spectacular that we saw a couple of weeks ago. Coming into tonight, the championship standings look this way. Chad Robinson leads the way. Jim Pocran's officially going to be second because BJ Latham is not here tonight. So Pocran and Parker McDonald tied for second, just 20 points out of the championship lead to Chad Robinson. Robinson, 2 wins coming into tonight. Dating back to last September, he's got 4 in a row. And if you go to back to last June, almost 1 year ago, Chad Robinson has won every race except for 1. That other race was won by James Patrick on August 2nd. So Robinson is looking for his 7th win dating back to June 14th of last year. Simply astonishing what Robinson has been able to do over the last 12 months here at Five Flags Speedway.
And he's just about that successful over at Mobile. Well-prepared car, fast car, great driver. That's Chad Robinson. We'll see how he does. He was not at the first tri-track race, but he's at this one. We'll see how he does this time.
Robinson, the 2020 track champion. Despite all the wins last year, he only ran half the season. Kind of got a late start to the season. So James Patrick was able to capture the championship of 2024. But Robinson off to a fast start in 2025.
Give him a chance to get back out.
Couple more laps for these cars, and then we'll line them up side by side, 2 by 2 for 40 laps.
50 lights all the way around the racetrack, the traffic lights.
That's a universal signal for all of racing that the next time by is the green. So lights are out on the race car. And main at Mile 5, Black Speedway.
Stand by, we're going green.
I'm telling you what, the hot iron is in front here for this thing.
You're absolutely right, Bill.
They're all local except for that 6th place guy from Lenahatchee. Covering Will Smith, the winner of the first tri-track race in Montgomery. Time to get them going here.
Pace car drops down the pit road as they stack them up 2 by 2 by 2. It's race number 2 of the Tri-Track Cruise Challenge. To the back straightaway they go. Tell you what, Parker McDonald is speeding a long way around. Take the lead from the one turn of the lane.
Chad Robinson running his back numbers out of the line is in the next 2. That is a brand new car. Parker McDonald leads the car.
To the back straightaway, Robinson in the 32 machines and exhibit. Wingham is third right there in the one car, and here comes the champion James Patrick in the 11. Single file on a 4.
One spot behind the winner of the first tri-track race, Will Smith.
Trouble. Turn number 2 to 32 machine.
I'm watching, you
blown
didn't see
up.
it.
Fluid on the track. That's Cameron Westenberg.
Damn, slow down, but I didn't feel
A
good.
couple of years ago, he was the Montgomery Street Stock Champion. Comes all the way down here to Five Flags and explodes a motor.
Well, see if we got her down quick.
So the 32 machine up in smoke in turn 2. It doesn't look like much more fluid has come out of the vehicle, but obviously a problem. You could see the streaking, and actually, you can see it on the back straightaway there at the exit of 2 going to the high side of the track. So it could be water, I don't know. Safety crew is going to take a look, but that's right in the racing group. Certainly can't risk it. So the Five Flags Speedway safety truck on the track to analyze the situation, make sure we're all good to go.
D3 Darryl McDonald was our fast qualifier. We want to say this again
I tell
because
you.
he won $200, and that award was given by Outlaw Chassis. That's a mid-Alabama State chassis company owned by Paul Jean and Brett Jean. They're the guys that brought the number 93 here tonight.
Well, let's talk about the last time we saw D3 here. They were having a good race between he and his brother, Parker McDonald. Well, a mechanical failure destroyed both of their race cars. They crashed on the back straightaway after a major mechanical failure. As a result, Parker McDonald's got a brand new race car, and Bill, my goodness, he is fast.
That was one of the strangest coincidences in racing history. Two brothers, not trying to wreck each
Yeah,
other.
they're nose to tail. They're not racing each other.
And D3, that's the 19 driver, he had the best run off of turn 2. At the same time, his brother in front of him, number 29, had some problems. Skidded up the racetrack. Here comes D3, wide open out of the second turn, and the rest is history.
It was a big-time crash. Just perfect timing for the brothers to destroy both race cars. So a brand new car for the 29 out front. You can see it's just plain as day. Got the duct tape out to put the 29 on the side of it. And that's how they're running. We've brought the cars to a stop on the back straightaway to make sure this racetrack is safe. We don't want to run them through this fluid anymore. So the safety crew has plenty of room to take a look at the racetrack, get it all dried up. If there is an issue, and you can see safety crews on the track addressing the situation.
Little man having him a good time with that car.
And I believe we've been given a thumbs up. And here we go. We're going to get them rolling again. And get back to green fairly quickly.
He's saying something, I ain't got a clue what it is.
Safety officials have given a thumbs up to go back racing.
Right.
And the cars are fired again. It's a long race. Part of the reason why we wanted to bring them a stop right here. A perfect preview of December at Five Flags Speedway.
It's a month off. And in the meantime, you might want to take care of this. Snowball Derby ticket renewals. You can do that between now and August the 1st.
I cannot believe, I feel like it was just yesterday we were celebrating 50 years of the Derby. This year, 58 years on the Snowball Derby. That much closer to year number 60. Let's reset what you see on the track. The 29, Parker McDonald, is your leader, and man, he powered his way to the front from the high side, taking the lead from Jonathan Langham. He'll restart this race at the top spot. Chad Robinson sitting second, Jonathan Langham is third, James Patrick is fourth, Will Smith is fifth, and D3 Daryl McDonald III is sixth. One to go, lights out. Few drivers not in the spot they need to be, so we're going to wave it off and give it a one to go sign next time across. So Parker McDonald elects the inside. The leader can choose whether to restart inside or outside, and McDonald has chosen the inside. Once they get back to the PPE Properties restart zone.
Probably a wise choice to take the inside because I believe was the ability of the pool, so out of that possibility, but right beside him.
Yeah. There's very few drivers you don't want to see on the outside. Chad Robinson is one of those.
Absolutely.
He is a master on a high side here at Five Flags Speedway. Let's see if he can capture the lead as the pace car drops down the pit road. 2 laps of 40 complete. Parker McDonald will bring him to the green flag. We're racing once again. McDonald got a little bit looser side by side to the back straightaway. Door to door, 29 machine, 32 machine, Robinson, even through 3 and 4.
Even Steven is in off the turn 3. What's going to happen here in the front straightaway?
One of the one machine. Can Robinson sneak in front of Logan? He will. So Parker McDonald holds on Chad Robinson.
One car left between them. Parker McDonald was first across the straight last lap.
Parker McDonald is second, so this is huge.
Right there. Oh, he's slipping now.
Take a look at Patrick, three-time winner last year. Remember, he's the only driver to beat Chad Robinson in the last 8 races. To the inside, the leaders are going to get behind to the right side of that machine. Nice and clean. This time close, 8 laps complete.
Heavy hitters for second goal.
Here at Five Light Speed. And the other thing about it tonight is like a victory. And Smith really did a great job. 4 weeks ago, he came on strong in his these guys are sticking with each other as we come around a complete lap number 11. Do you agree? We've been watching Parker McDonald for the past couple of years now. 2 times. What we are seeing here tonight is That's right. Right, I mean, I'll tell you, Robinson was starting to put the pressure on McDonald. I wonder if Robinson saw the slowing car and was like, hey, let's try to capture the lead here before that caution comes out so he can control the restart. Just couldn't get there.
Well, Chad has probably been racing twice as long as Parker McDonald, but I think coming up in that lap traffic, Chad Robinson really used that fact to be able to get right up on Parker McDonald's back bumper. 25 laps to go, you're 15 complete.
So it's Parker McDonald. He has led since the drop of the green flag. He's out front still in that 29 machine. Chad Robinson looking for his 5th consecutive win since September of last year. He's in 2nd. Jonathan Lingham is 3rd. James Patrick is 4th. And Jim Fogred. Nice race by the 07 here tonight. He's running 5th. Was a huge success. So any driver that has
Alright,
ever
going
won in
green
the
this
Crown
time
Stock
by.
division will start in the non-winners 10-lap shootout. That's coming up next. 15 complete of 40. Parker McDonald has led all of those laps as he brings them to the green. We're back racing in the Sportsman division. As they go through 1 and 2 now to the back straightaway. Same story, different side. Here we go.
Chad Anderson got the momentum on the outside.
Trouble for D3. To the back stretch. Here comes Lionel.
Use this opportunity to get on the inside of Chad Robinson. Looks like he'll cross the stripe second.
Robinson. James Patrick.
Patrick gets on the inside of Chad Robinson.
What a race up front. 18 laps complete this time across the track. There goes James Patrick to the inside for a second spot.
To be revived. Look at this inside Chad
Trying to get to the left quarter middle. Sorry, Lionel just could not get there. And all that dogfighting there, Bill, for second, third, and fourth has allowed Parker McDonald to pull it out.
has been keeping your eyes on James Patrick.
He's had 20 laps in all the race. Let's see what he can do now. Plenty of time to chip away at the lead. Set by Parker McDonald. Coming out of the turns. Parker McDonald, probably the best race car he has had at Buckles. You can see McDonald as he enters into one. He handles that little dip in the road. Number 3, and there is no struggling, looking for the 5th victory in a row. It's rare to see him running more than this country race.
Still 20 laps. 22nd lap.
Robinson, lap driving. Coming time between Robinson.
Parker at 19.9 on that lap. Everybody else
He's got a
goes around. Caution comes out with 31 complete and 9 to go.
Well, we got a couple of issues here.
Patrick, you're leaning on him.
Jonathan Langham brought the number 1 into the field.
Yep.
Yep, the left rear tire is definitely flat on the wall.
Left rear tire flat on Langham's car. Now listen, they got time to change it. The caution comes out, but he went a lap down. So, who knows? Get it changed, get back out there, see what you can do. Not quite sure what happened to Jim.
Video take a while to upload.
Pokrant spun all by himself over in turn number 2. Pokrant was running 4th at the time he went around. So that's going to move Will Smith up to the 4th spot in what has been a thrilling race in our Sportsman division.
Former Dave Mader car is going to restart 4th.
Good old Dave Mader, 1978 Snowball Derby champion.
And you know what, Bobby? After the sprint car race in Mobile a few weeks ago, he's got one of the fastest sprint cars in the city.
I know, that's what's...
I'm telling you, he's something else.
Excuse me, I coughed there for a second. I'd have to go back and look. I think it was 2008 that he won the... Look, this old man, 1978, he wins the Snowball Derby. Been racing 4 decades. Wins the Super Late Model Championship here at Five Eyes. I think it was 06 or 07, around that time. And now here he is in sprint cars. How many decades has he been racing? He's got to be 98 years old now. Dave Mader III.
I called that race. He was fast. He was great. He and I were just talking about it in the pits earlier today. He loves that sprint car.
A true legend. A real legend.
You know,
lights out.
We'll finish up that. Looking up Dave Mader in a second. Here we go. 9 laps.
Parker, restarting your live here, buddy.
He's trying to pit run. Parker McDonald trying to finish this one.
Side by side, Parker, drive away. I missed that. Damn, hate I missed that.
he's going to put a pause in that action that was developing out there between 3 or 4 really fast cars.
Got against the wall.
Snowball Derby. Of course, he won it in 1978, and as Bill stated,
Right here, the flow.
he's been telling us that story since 1979, but when he tells the story to you again, you can remind him that he finished dead last in the 1979 Snowball Derby.
You can tell him.
That's okay, though. He went on to have a few more top 5 finishes in the Derby. But the earliest record that I have, 1974. What a career. That's just awesome. Outperforming here tonight, oh boy. Big time race car drivers in the street stock division, what is called in Montgomery, and sportsman division down here. And the all-time for this victory. What a performance. But Bill,
Started at 16, went down to 11 cars.
I think there's a strategy from Will Smith. Outside second row here. Don't be surprised. Could we have Will Smith on the podium here tonight?
If he gets that checkered flag, it'd be 2 in a row. We're going to be pulling out all the stops here.
Here we go. Pace car drops down one more time.
But he was back up to speed, stayed with him. What was his last one?
James Patrick
Clark turned to 21-19, and the leaders were turned to 20.09, and he's to 20.5. Boom, just put that in the wall. Still got some work to do now. Why you do that for?
What in the world is going on?
Okay. That'd make a highlight reel. Da-da-da.
My goodness.
Oh, Lord. He feels good about that, I'm sure.
Just a unbelievable turn of events in the final lap of our Sportsman feature.
What happened?
McDonald loses power in turn 2. Patrick crashes his car celebrating. Wow. Let's send it trackside.
Oh, Lordy.
To Bill Roth.
These are going to be some interesting interviews, I predict.
Pass it to the second place.
We're going to talk to each one of these top 3 drivers here as they disembark from their cars. Out of the car with a short rear end, here's James Patrick, who wins the Tri-Track Cruise Quest. Wow. The good news is, James, you won a major race. The bad news is you got some work to do in your race car.
Yeah, a little rusty on the donuts. We'll get it figured out, but.
So, I think you might have told me a story. When we were talking this afternoon, you said this is the first this race car has been out of the trailer just earlier this week from the Snowball Derby. True?
That's truth. I pulled it out Sunday, started working on it. We decided to race. Thanks to Tim Bryant, we had a couple gift certificates that we had to use before the 31st. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be here tonight.
This is the first time the car's been out, the first time you've raced. You come here and win this major Sportsman Street Stock race. Except for the burnout, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I hate to see whatever happened to Parker. He just like pulled over and threw out an anchor. I wasn't catching him. So we would have finished second, but he had a good run. Last 2 times he's been out, I think he's tore the car up with his brother, so that's a good run for them.
James Patrick, he wins a big one tonight. The Tri-Track Cruise Quest goes to the number 11, the short number 11 of James Patrick. So what everybody wants to know from you, Chad Robinson, this is still a great fast car. What happened like the fifth lap? It drifted back.
I just got hung up on the outside, and I was trying not to burn the tires up, so I just figured I'd fall back, and it just kind of run out of time. I needed a few more laps, really.
So it put you back far enough, you were able to come back through, but not quite enough for P1.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm happy. Everybody else is, I know everybody's been working on their stuff and got fast, so hey, I don't have to win. I'm happy to run second.
I don't believe a word that he said. Happy to run second tonight. Chad Robinson, number 32. So,
Yeah, let's go find out what happened.
the great story and the sad story are this, guys. Brand new race car. We thought you had it in the bag. Parker McDonald, what in the world back there off the second turn?
Well, Mr. Bill, we had a very good car for 40 laps. We didn't qualify as good. Led, I think, green to 1 to go. So, but the MSD box kept coming in and out, kept losing power. So that's what happened. I feel like I had that race, in the bag, unless they would have dirtied me up a little bit. But like I said, brand new race car. Me, Mason, Dylan just built it. I want to thank McDonald Muffler. Without them, nothing's possible. Champion Race Cars, STL Distributor, and Michael Boss Cats. We all work hard on this car every night. And, I mean, can you complain about it? Break it twice, come out here and finish first on the most race, biggest race, excuse me, and in third. So.
This is the 39-lap race you would have won. The winner said he wouldn't have been able to get you.
Yes, sir. That means a lot coming from them guys. They're a bunch of veterans, and this is about 30 years in. So I didn't mean to cause any disruption when it busted up like that. But come back next race, hope we get it done.
Brand new car. I predict an all-night party in Theodore tonight. Parker McDonald, what a strong third spot for 29.